Leveling diecast here, guys. Uh, we're going to be showing a little bit of a oddball setup today. A lot of you guys are going to be like, I just don't get it. I just don't understand. We're going to be rolling through these Kentoys I've been talking about since I started my channel. It's really hard to find information on these. They're not popular in the U.S. They were relatively popular in other countries. There was a lot more product diversity in other companies, or I'm sorry, other countries. But you guys don't understand Boley. Boley is a relatively known name. Boley acquired these. These were sold through Boley for a number of time here in the U.S. So there's all the list on the back there, and I have a selection of these. I don't have everything. I have a good selection, but not all of them. This one is particular 2003 Boley. We're not really going to touch base on the Boley per se. More so the Kentoys. Kentoys was founded in 1998, obviously in Hong Kong. These were kind of sold off, switched around, transferred, moved around, whatnot. There's some different iterations of these. Obviously, decorations changed and whatnot. So this one, I just had this one so I could show you guys what they look like carded. And we will crack this open, but I wanted to start that out first. So we're going to set that off to the side. And then we're going to start with just some random stuff. So these are basically the breakdown of what we're looking at here. So there's your Kentoys logo on the bottom. There's Kentoys Limited, obviously made in China. It's about, this one in particular is all plastic. There were some versions where this gray part was die-cast, but that was the extent of the die-cast. There's never any die-cast up above. Now, there is a Mercedes logo. This is not a licensed model at all. But, it was made in China. They can do whatever the heck they want, If they wanted to put a logo on there, they could. Now, there are no features to these. Wheels move. They roll around. But, nothing fancy. So, I'll put that to the side. We're going to bring in another version of that one that I have. Now this one, that gray part is metal. So you guys can read that in the correct direction. So the gray part is metal on this one, so it actually has a pretty good amount of heft to it. This one says Volvo on it. It does have the Volvo on the front. It does have Globetrotter. There were some of these that were licensed. This might have been one. The first one was definitely not one that was licensed. So that one was just whatever. Now, the one thing that they kind of did to create detail is they just made every piece a different color. There wasn't really like deco done up per se. It was more so just, make a different color for a different piece. So there's a lot of different pieces to these. But just nothing fancy or anything. They did have some different versions. We're going to go with this crane truck, speedy transport. There are some moving features to these. It does go up, and the boom does extend up. So the hook is just kind of stuck on there with one small piece of fabric just for looks. Because of the weight of the hook, though, it doesn't want to stay hanging down the correct direction that it's supposed to. So there we go. Get it to cooperate a little bit. I do like the details. There are some pretty good details to them. They're not fantastic, but they are pretty good. There's no outriggers on this. So now this one is you can see directly why I say these are not licensed. That is a Mercedes logo, and it says Globetrotter. Globetrotter is not a Mercedes. It's a trim on a Volvo truck. So there you go. We do have another one here. This one is missing the hook in the front here, but still has all the other articulation. This one's a little bit more used. Sorry, get that in focus for you guys. This one just doesn't stay up. It's just worn out. This one's a completely different cab. This is the Volvo Cab here. Kin Wings Construction. They made a number of action packs and gift packs and all kinds of stuff for these, and just stuff that I wish I could come across at some point in time. But being in the U.S., it's unlikely that I would. All right, we're going to go a little different here. So they did do some different lines as we saw on that first card. So we got trucks, we got emergency vehicles, construction vehicles, a little bit of everything. I mean, these don't do anything. You know, this doesn't move or anything. It's interesting, all the different pieces. This hood's a completely separate piece, but it doesn't open. It doesn't do anything. There is no detail in there for it to open. Just interesting. But they are relatively detailed. I think that if you're a customizer and you wanted to make a custom truck, this is a good place to start with. This particular one here, everything's plastic, 100%. And all these decals are in pretty good shape, but they're not printed or anything. So they do construction trucks, obviously. This does have a rotating drum, but there's no other functionality to this. It's the same cab section as that last one, although this one has a little bit of difference in the front. So it's got some print detail, but other than that, there's nothing. These decals are in pretty good condition. I just recently picked this one up. Like I said, they added different pieces here just to give it some detail, but the reality was these are static models. This one's also totally plastic, 100%. All right, we're gonna go with something a little bit cooler here. This Martini barrel transport. Obviously these come apart. It's not fixed. There's your logos. So this piece here to hold the wheels on is metal, just to kind of hold things down. Barrels don't come off. They don't move. They don't do anything. It's not designed that way. But you know, this Martini. Now the barrels are separate, but you can't take them off though. So like, I wanted to screw with the labels, I could do that, but they don't come off. Now you could take this apart if you wanted to and use the barrels for something, but that's not the intended purpose. So the cab here, we got Mercedes cab. I like it. I love cab over Euro style trucks. I just really like them. This whole gray piece is metal on this one, which is pretty interesting. This extra additional piece here is also metal. So this one actually has some pretty good weight to it, which is pretty nice. These 1850s, those are just stickers. That Euro cab's a sticker. But the rest of this is all print, and that's also a sticker. So, not bad. There's just the hitch in there. It moves back and forth, but it doesn't particularly lock, per se. But it will hold it, though. At least hold it until you drop it, like I tried to drop it. All right, we'll go with another truck here. This big dumper. This is totally a Ford cab, but there's no Ford logo on it, obviously. So look at the cab here. Kentoys. This is metal at the back here, just to give it some weight on the wheels. It does have a good side profile with the dumper. Doesn't do anything. Even the back part here is just a solid piece. A little unfortunate. These are stickers, but it's cool. It's a cool static model. And this one's just a little piece right there. You know, it's not bad though. I mean, these are plastic. They're not meant to be craziness. So what they did on these assemblies, like I said, they just made all these pieces different colors. I'm not really sure who designed these. This is a very odd combination. All this gray you see here on this particular one is metal, which is pretty nice. Get the logo in there so you guys can see that. There is some pretty good detail to it. Obviously, it is 100% an Aeromax cab. You'll notice I'm missing the one sticker on the one side, so this is Western Farms. The wheels are nice though, and they're two-piece. You know, they're plastic. They're plastic, but they're still pretty nice. This is all, everything else on this everything else on this model is plastic. So, but it looks pretty good as a completed unit. Convoying down the road, throw that one out to the side. Now, if you ever need to tow these guys, they did make a tow version. Still that same Ford cab. It's got a separate piece on the top here. There's your light bar. They did have some detail to the light bar. There's the tow hitch part of the back. Now this does go up and down, but it's got this holder. So if you want to tow a truck, it actually works, which is pretty cool. There's your details for the bottom. For those who are interested, this piece is metal. The rest of this is all plastic, which is weird because the other one was metal. I figured they'd all be that way. But it really depended on the manufacturing and whatnot. These were not all Kentoys forever. When we crack open that Boley, you'll see it still has Kentoys on the bottom, but it is in fact a Boley. They did do some non-truck stuff. These ones were pretty good for what they were. Not sure if this one has. Yeah, it's really hard to see in between the axle there. Try to get that to cooperate with the shine. But it's got pretty good articulation. The front articulates, just lifts up and down. And then the back, it's got a couple points of articulation. But it does not move left or right. But it looks good sitting there on static. It's essentially kind of sort of a one-piece deal. It's not really meant to be, you know, detailed up, but all the wheels turn and stuff. It's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. You can see that Chinese quality, the crooked that is. Yeah, it happens. Absolutely no tamper print. It would have been nice to get like something for the light bar or something on there. They also did some small size dump trucks. I actually have two versions of this. But the reality is they're not two versions. I just happen to have two of them. I don't know how that happened. I didn't do it on purpose. They are exactly the same. Exactly the same. Interesting, they had missed the screw mark on this one during assembly. These are both plastic base. Everything about them is plastic, 100%. There's nothing different about them. Got the key in. There it goes. Got the sticker on the side here. They use the same wheels for them all. They look pretty good. They're not great. I like them though. I mean, they look good as a static model. As you can see, they look good sitting there. Put those two out there. This is the biggest one. This one is gigantic. Now, this looks appropriate, but this is not the appropriate trailer for this particular deco truck. It's interesting to have the detail on the inside here with some print on the inside of that. For that balance, for that protection bar or whatnot. Armstrong steel. No detail on the back as far as Tampo is concerned, but the model is pretty good. This bogey cover for the wheels is all metal. There's your deal. So 1998. I mean, these aren't as old as they look. I mean, when I first came across these years ago, I thought they were much, much older than they actually are, but they're really not that old. This one's pretty good. I don't have Those little pieces are not broken. Which is pretty nice. There we go. Sorry guys, fighting with the focus. All right. So here's the cab. This one's pretty nice. I really like this wind deflector at the top. Red Circle cement. It's the same logo that's on the cement truck. Excuse me, guys. This is all metal. So all the gray you see is metal on this one. The trucks were a little bit more premium. I feel like, as far as the trucks with trailers, they put a little bit more effort, a little bit more time into them. Not really sure why. Could have been sold under a different brand name. Could have been sold at a different time. But they're pretty cool. Like I said, if you wanted to customize these and put some really nice wheels and stuff on it, that'd be perfect. These are definitely not 164. These are actually 172 scale. So in case you guys are wondering, these are 172 scale. So just comparatively, this is a Johnny. So this Johnny Lightning tow truck, I actually meant to put in my tow truck video, and I totally forgot, and I'm pissed at myself for that. But there's a size comparison. So they actually size relatively well with your average 1/64-ish scale car. So not bad, not bad. All right, the last loose one I got to go over here is this double trailer lorry. I want to call it that. Get all technical with it. Get this to cooperate with me on the focus here. Sorry, guys. When I got this one, for some reason, this hitch piece was actually upside down. I don't know if it was whoever had it before me or not. There's some pretty good detail to these models, but there's just no tempo print, you know, and there's nothing in the beds. It does have your full range of steering and stuff, though, when you pull it. And then the truck, it's the same cab we've seen a couple of times. Just got the open bed. Nothing different about that. The hitch part is actually screwed on separately. So if you wanted to take it off, you could. This one is a metal chassis. So this one does have metal on it, which gives it some heft. But unfortunately, the whole cab and everything else is plastic. So, but these things can be easily customized. Like I said, you just unscrew. The whole thing's just screw together. Not a big deal. All right, let's crack open this guy. So like I said, Boley Wheelers, 1/72 scale. You crack this open. Throw that away. Throw that away. So this is that same detail. So 1850. So this is just same as that single truck. This has those ridiculous little twisty ties. Gotta love the twisty ties. All right, so we're gonna get those separate real quick. Sorry guys, try not to get that directly on the mic. Okay, get that off. So I've always hated these little metal thingies. They always drive me nuts. Matchbox uses them, Hot Wheels uses them. I understand why they use them, but they still drive me absolutely bonkers. Okay, there we go. There we go. All right. Real time, guys, real time. So there you go. So it's still Kentoys. It's sold under Boley's name. This one, this is the same cab as the other ones. This one, I'm sorry, so this is the same. So check that out. Look how close that is. So the Mercedes and then the Globetrotter cab. Same colors, same get up. So I could take this piece off the other one and there you go. Slide it right on that one I already had. Pretty cool, huh? That part is pretty cool. This is about the extent of the functionality between models as there are. There's really not that many. But it's cool that you can do that. I really, really like this style with the canopy over it. It's very European. It's not something that you see in the US. We don't have trucks like that. We never had trucks like that. They do exist, but they're more purpose-built. This is a pretty common thing in Europe and stuff like that, and in places around Europe, which is pretty cool. I do like cab over trucks a lot. So, you know, if I was ever super rich, I would have me a Scania, but that's just me. So, there you go, guys. I know I've been talking about this Kentoys video forever, and now I finally get it for you guys. And I really wanted to find some more information on Kentoys, and the problem is that, you know, things get sold, they get moved around, companies move around, and obviously this is not a brand that people are particularly interested in. You can find these on eBay all the time, so it's a little frustrating, but it's cool nonetheless. You know, like I said, I'm here to make videos for stuff and try to figure out what you guys like. I'm not necessarily here to make what's popular. So there you go. So there's the overview. Kentoys. Definitely looking to add more of these to my collection, but it's going to take some time. I really want to get some of the box sets because the box sets are much cooler. So anyways, rolling out. We'll catch you next time. Level and Diecast.